Hey, everybody. This is to you guys. I'm drinking cocoa for you guys. Mm, mm. Woo! That's good stuff. Mm, mm. Wow. So, I'll start with a confession today, guys. Somebody stayed up late partying last night. This guy doesn't happen often. I'll be honest. It's just but yeah, had some uh, had some people over, and boy, we ate a lot of food. There might have been some mushrooms taken, and I stayed up late. Actually, a couple nights before that, we stayed up really late. I went to bed at like 7:30 in the morning. Oh man, it was a great time. I love it. I love humans. I like humans a lot, and I had a great time. I hope some of you are still meeting other humans and hugging them during this crazy period. What's up, everybody? Hello, honk honk. What's up, SC Fletcher, Raphael? Hey, man. Michael Christian. Hey, buddy. Hey, Linda, what's up? I love you too. Oh my God. So I woke up really late and I felt a little, I don't really get sick. I don't have a cold in a really long time, but I just felt a little bit of like the throat and the nose, a little bit of the stuffy nose. I'm like, ah, shit. Could it happen to me? And I was going to skip the sermon. And then I'm like, no, I can't skip the sermon. I love the sermon too much. I can't skip the Sunday sermon, guys. It's like, it's the only time I rant and people listen to me. Like, how is my ego going to get significance if I don't do a sermon and people listen to me? I mean, what's going to happen? I'll just implode into nothingness. I can't not do the sermon. Nice. That's a good comment, Tom. That's awesome. Tom says, love is my new normal too. Very happy with what's happening inside of me. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. It doesn't really matter what's happening on the outside, right? It's just what's happening on the inside. And that's what we're seeing happen right now on a huge level. Even though the vast majority of people are in the delusion, the illusion of the world, and accepting fear-based mind control programming from society, from the news media, from the television programming. Those of us who are choosing otherwise are choosing love, and we're choosing actual reality, right? Creation, that we are one, that we are love. And we can go within, we can do the work, and we can build on that reality, no matter what's happening on the outside. So we're seeing like a total split. It's like a reality split, a timeline split, where some of us, our life is getting better and we're getting more happy and more loving because we're going inside and we're actually aligning with the vibration of the planet, right? So we're aligning with that vibration, and we're manifesting from that place. We're loving from that place. Life is getting better and better. Well, for others, as they go down into the fear, then it's getting worse and worse and more lonely because they're buying into it. And that's a choice that people can not make in any moment, right? It's totally up to them. So, yes, Fletcher, awakening is the only true great reset. Yeah, exactly. Good comment there. Tor says there's a small portion of society that's leading the evolution energetically. Some have to go first and seems crazy to others. Yeah, it's always been that way, right? It's always been that way. People who get it, They're off living lives that are different, starting their own businesses, starting their own vision, doing and everyone's like, no, just play by the rules. Don't shake the boat. Don't be crazy. Once again, the vast majority are sheeple. I don't want to, I'm not saying it in a discouraging way. Like, they're all our brothers and sisters, right? We're all one, right? We're all fucking one. But some of us, are still believing in the that the government's going to take care of you, and just play by the rules, and just do what you're told. I mean, a lot of people have a slave mentality, unfortunately. It wasn't like this 50 years ago. Even in the 80s, I was in a conversation the other day, and somebody just went, yo, you remember the 80s? And I was like, yep, I'm old enough to have been here in the 80s. I had a good time. I was a kid, but 80s were awesome. And they just looked at me and said, people wouldn't take this shit in the 80s, because people would have been like, get the fuck out of here. People were like not brainwashed yet in the 80s. So if they tried to pull this bullshit off in the 80s, people would have been like, get the fuck out of here. But people have been so worn down and so brainwashed, and with so much propaganda and so much fear, that most people are buying this, this lie, this massive lie that we have to live in fear. I want to share something that's really interesting. A really simple concept, but it just hit me the other day. I can make a whole video just on this, but I'll share this. You've heard me talk about it and rant about it on the sermon for like ever and ever, but that, love is our base reality, right? God is love. Love is God. We are that. There's only love. Everything else is an illusion, but there's only really love, right? And it should be fairly obvious, but to anyone who's like, it's no idea, like anyone who's actually buying into the fear and believes that's reality, let me put it to you this way. If fear and separation was our natural reality, would they have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars advertising fear on the television? Think about it. If something is true, you don't have to spend millions of dollars, huge amounts of money. In fact, if you actually add it up, I'm guessing it's going to be something in the hundreds of millions, or if you actually look over the years, how much they've spent, it might be some astronomical number. I'm sure somebody in marketing could figure out how much money did they spend every year on average. If you look at radio, movie production, it counts. When they spend $100 million on a Hollywood movie and about some virus and everybody's going to die, that counts, yeah? So if that $100 million movie, that's $100 million in propaganda to put us in the fear vibration. So I ask you again, if fear was our natural default state and human nature was fear and distrust and living like shaking in your fucking boots, living in your basement, if that was our natural vibration, would they need to spend hundreds of millions of dollars per year convincing us it were so? Think about it. Of course not. Of course not. Why bother? Why bother convincing of something? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you're a man and you're dating a woman. Would you spend hundreds of dollars every week writing her poems and writing her letters and trying to convince her that she's a woman? You're in a perfectly healthy relationship. You're making love. Things are great. Hey, baby, I just want you to know you're a woman. Hey, I wrote you a poem. You are the greatest woman. You are definitely a woman. You do not have a penis and balls. Therefore, you are a woman. Would you spend all your time and energy and money trying to convince your wife that she's a female? She'd think you were insane. She'd be like, I know I'm a woman. What, are you retarded? Of course not. It wouldn't make any sense. So that in its own should prove to you very quickly, our nature is love and peace and reason and just harmony. That's our nature. And they have to spend all this effort to convince us otherwise. That should explain to you everything that you need to know right there. Follow the money. Woo! Getting high on cacao here. Zachary, I'm streaming to multiple places, bro. So most of the people are on the woke as fuck YouTube channel or watching on woke.as. but I'm also streaming to Facebook, just so people who, were following me on there will realize I'm doing a live stream, because not everybody knows. Yeah, so that's true. There's a book called The Invisible Rainbow. I recommend everybody read. I only read the somebody put up a PDF once, and it takes about 25 minutes, and it's like a summary of the book, because the book's quite big, but I have the book, and it actually explains that, like, everything we think we know about viruses and how that, it's all bullshit. Everything we've been taught is completely a lie, including how people get sick, all of it. The very, very short version, which I won't go into because I'm not good at explaining it, and it's so much. But fundamentally, we all have viruses and bacteria. Like, everything is in us, and when our immune system drops because there's an external factor, like an external stress, whether that stress it can be pollution, i.e. Wuhan, China, very, very polluted. It can be fear, fear vibration, dropping our immune system. It can be it could be electromagnetic fields. That counts, right? So what the book goes and shows, when they introduce all these electromagnetic fields in certain years, when they added radar, it happened in 1918, 1945, whenever they added like stuff into the fields, certain people, like, it just messed them up more. Not everybody, but certain people got really, really sick. You can actually see people get sick when these external stressors get added, then suddenly people start getting really, really sick. Not everybody, but some people get sick, and then there's herd immunity, and then people adapt, and then it's not so bad because we are very adaptable. But basically, so that's really interesting, and it also explains that, and it's all backed up, right? It's all it's really like all the science is there. They're not fucking around in this book. So basically, it goes along with another. It basically says that, like, what a virus is that your body, when it's under stress and it needs to clean out, it will actually release. Like it releases certain cells to clean out, and sometimes, so that's what the virus is. It's your own body creating it so that your body can clean itself out, right? And because our bodies we're all in one field, because we're one. So because we're all communicating in the same field, if I'm living with 3 people and my body starts cleaning out, their bodies will go, oh, this guy's cleaning out, so we should start cleaning out too. And then they'll start cleaning out. It's not because you sneezed on them. It's not because you made out with them. That's not the reason. It's because we're energetically all connected, and we start cycling together. So that's actually what's being postulated, and it's not that crazy at all. It's actually, I believe, how things are working. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. So yeah, viruses are not like we're lied to about everything. Like, when I say we're lied to about everything, I mean the word everything like almost literally, as in like 1 out of 100 things they tell us is true, and the rest of the 99 are going to be bullshit. So once you get that, then nothing is shocking anymore. So yeah, I've been saying this for years. I know you guys probably know that, because yeah. Anyway, hang on, I'm going to grab a pillow. Oh yeah, that's better. So everybody should read that book if you really want to educate yourself. The Invisible Rainbow. There's a really good site where you can put it this way. I'll put a link in later to a certain site where you can find books if you really want to. Cough. But yeah, you can. It's good. Yes, good for you, SC87. Yeah, it's come to that point now where people are getting it, and that people are just snapping and going, look, I know this is bullshit. If you want to keep living in a delusion that's completely insane and made up by the media and the government, if you want to continue being fucking insane, that's your problem. But I'm not gonna be in it. And if that means you have to go find another job, then you go find another job. But actually, legally speaking, though, you can't, like, at least in Canada, you can't fire somebody for not wearing a mask. It's discrimination. So actually, if somebody tries to fire you, you can take them to court and get a lot of money. So, like, as long as you know the law and you know what's right, you'll be fine. But yeah, obviously, I know it's different in other countries. I don't know the situation, but yeah, people are just. Yeah, this is great, Fletcher. Yeah, that's awesome. Saw a video where an old lady got arrested for having a cup of tea on a bench. There were 5 cops. Yeah, I mean, and this is why we're being brought to this place Like, this is why it's getting super crazy. This is part of the plan, right? So everybody sees how fucking nuts it's gotten, so people just wake up. And that's what we're going to see in this next, I believe, 10 or 11 days until January 20th, where the whole thing is going to come crumbling down. People need to get to that point of like, what the fuck? Like, where they're freaking the fuck out, going, this is insane, so that when the revelation comes, people are actually asking for it, and they, people have to see it. So it's gonna get real crazy this next 10 days. But things are not as they seem. All is not lost. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Rick, I don't know why you're unhappy, bro. You have to go within to find out why you're unhappy. Only you can figure that out. Oh yeah. Yeah, glad you like those movies, SC. Groundhog Day is a classic movie. So poignant as well, like right now as well. Just humanity just going around like fucking crazy in a circle is really funny. Yeah, we've definitely been deceived in a big way, but you can only suppress the truth for so long, right? And then eventually it starts to come out, and then it explodes out. So we're seeing the explosion. You know what I'm saying right now? Yeah, this guy Michael knows. Michael knows it. It really is. It really is over. Yeah, it really is over. Yeah. So this is something that's been happening a lot. Fletcher says he changed timelines on Wednesday. So this is happening a lot more now. This is something worth mentioning because people are going to get freaked out. Has anyone else noticed like weird, like super weird synchronicities, timeline shifts, like things happening that absolutely couldn't have happened, but they did happen? Like this is happening all the time. One of my friends calls me the other day, and she had an example where she had a can of food, and she's like a Jew, and she only eats kosher food, right? Generally speaking. So she bought a can of food. She was looking at the can and she was like, "Oh man, this isn't kosher." So she checked the can for the sign, and then she was like, "Oops, I bought it non-kosher by mistake. Oh well, fuck it. I'll eat it anyway. I don't care." She puts it down, doesn't eat it that day. Comes back the next day and she's like, "Okay, I'm going to eat that can now." Picks it up and it's got a kosher sign on it. And she's like, "I checked this can specifically yesterday. It didn't have a kosher sticker on it, but now it does. What the fuck is going on?" Right? And she's calling me on the phone. She's like, "I'm not crazy. I checked the fucking can. There's no way it had a kosher signal." And I'm like, "Yeah, you shifted into a timeline where it was kosher because that was your preference." And she's like, I'm like, "Yeah, it happens. It happens all the time." And she'd had two other things happen like that as well. Like she's had multiple things happen. So so this is just happening. People are noticing this, right? And I've had just all like when you realize we're consciousness, we are not in a fluid timeline. Everything like we're co-creating this with our consciousness, and we can shift into our preferred timelines based on our will and the purity of our intention and our excitement. That's just what it is. It's always been this way, but now it's become like really, really clear because the vibration is higher, and we're just entering this new world. We're moving more towards being energy beings. Other things you might notice are just like psychic phenomenon. Like you think of somebody, they call you, or you and like okay, another example just happened with me. The last couple of weeks, one of my exes, who I care a lot about. Haven't spoke to her in a couple of years, but she was just in my mind. I'm just like, oh fuck, I miss her. I want to send her a message just saying how grateful I am to have had her in her life and how amazing she is, and it would be just to let her know that I still care because we haven't spoken in like a year and a half or something. And then she just emails me going, "Hey, you've been in my field so strong. I don't know why, but like we should catch up. Like, how are you?" and I'm like, hey, I was thinking about you for the last couple weeks, and I've just been lazy, and I've been meaning to message you, and I just haven't done it. So we message, and we're just having a chat now. But it's like we haven't talked in a year and a half, and we're both suddenly like thinking about each other, being like, oh yeah, how the fuck are you? Like it's just, we're all connected, but it's more now. It's like more. We're the quality of like our connection and like all of it is just changing. It almost feels like we're becoming more ethereal. We're becoming more energy and moving out of this solid kind of body more into energy bodies. I've also noticed, and other people have noticed too, like we're eating less food. We don't need as much food. It's just we're just shifting. Like I don't need to eat that much. I don't need anything. It's trippy. Everything is changing. So yeah, man, timeline shifts are normal, and you can absolutely shift into your preferred timeline. That's why you don't really even have to worry about like what happens in the world and what it doesn't fucking happen. There is no world. There's only your reality and your experience, and you're creating it with your intention. You're creating it with your words, your deeds, your faith, and so all we have to do is live our truth, speak our truth, and create the reality that we want in the world that we want. And you don't have to worry about the rest. You really don't. It's like it's all going to be fine. You're here for your unique experience of growth, and you just don't have to worry about all of it. If there's something you need to do or get involved with the world, you'll know and you'll do it. Let's see what you crazy cats are doing here. We're still on the good timeline, Fletcher. You don't have to worry about anything. Things are not as they seem. I think the big day is coming. Big day of revelation. I mean, I think that's why I called this sermon shocking. I'm not talking shocking that what's happened so far, though a global psychological false flag that they've pulled off is pretty shocking. I'm talking about what's going to happen. I believe on January 20th. I don't think who, wink wink, nudge nudge, is going to be sworn in to office. I think it's fairly obvious now, who Team Evil is, and who's on Team Evil, and who's relatively, what I'm saying, fighting for the good. And I don't think Team Evil is going to accomplish anything or take power. I think the entire system is going to crumble. I think we're going to see some crazy shit go on, like arrests and 24/7 broadcasting of the corruption that's been going on. And honestly, I think the USA I think they're going to close the corporation of the United States. They're going to close it, and they're going to start a new one with the actual laws, and I think they're going to do it properly. So I think who, the T-Man, is going to be the last leader of the old one, and then the first leader of the next one. And I just don't think Team Evil is going to take control. I just don't. So, but that's me. That's what I'm holding out for. I guess we'll find out soon enough. But I'm really not worried, because it doesn't actually matter either way, because the consciousness is skyrocketing on the planet, and people are waking up, and so that's all that really matters. And so once the consciousness is up, people start speaking their truth, this whole thing is finished, right? So it really doesn't make any difference what anyone says. It doesn't make any difference what governments say, because nobody will listen. It's just be like, fuck off. You have no authority. That'll be that. Have I been canceled from anti-social media yet? No, I've been pretty good so far. Yeah, I'll be opening accounts in probably on other places soon, and like I haven't used Facebook in ages anyway. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna move somewhere else, and I'm already backing this stuff up to library credits, and they're gonna have streaming soon. So pretty soon I'll be streaming somewhere else, and not to YouTube. This is temporary. But yeah, I'm a little careful about what I say. A little bit. It sure has been a good time, though. I had a good time on YouTube all these years, but that's coming to an end too. Yep, you said it, Jesse. Everyone is, I understand it's crazy, but everyone is in fear. Well, not everyone is in fear. A lot of people are not in fear, but a lot of people are in fear. But it's all good. We're coming out of it. Yeah, there is no spoon, but you are the spoon. Is correct. Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, they can't, they can't, they can't crush. like, they can't crush somebody who's aligned with the good, and is fighting for humanity. And millions of people voted for, and millions of people are praying for. It's like you have to understand the amount of psychic protection and energetic protection uh, Team Man has. It's pretty interesting. I was in a bathtub yesterday, and once in a while, I'm pretty lazy with it, but sometimes I'll just I'll pray for people and send energy to people and healing energy and all kind of stuff. I've had some. Let's just say Sasha's had some mystical experiences and crazy magical shit happen uh, lots of times. And so I was in a bathtub, and I was sending my ex girlfriend some healing energy, and just sending some prayers out for people and stuff like that. And I kind of like closed my eyes, and I'm like, I'm gonna send some to the Team Man because he could use some. And it's really interesting what I saw. I closed my eyes and I just saw his field, and he had this. It's interesting. I'd never seen this before. It was like a chainmail around him. It was like chainmail. It was like a massive. It was like a massive protective shield. And I saw multiple versions of him. So I saw him, but it was like multiple hymns. And I realized it was like a shield, so that if you were to send an attack, you wouldn't know which one to send at, because there's so many mirrors of him. Does that make sense? And so as I was sending light and love towards him, I could see it kind of go through in between the shield, and it was able to penetrate, and then it went in, and then I just enveloped him with love, light, and just healing energy. But I could also, but that shield was up, and there was many versions. So any negative energy, it would, like, it would either be stopped, or you wouldn't know which person to target, because there was multiple him. So I literally saw the protection that was around him, energetic, and it's very interesting. I've never seen that before. So he's being quite literally magic. Like, I don't know who witches, or if it's technology or alien technology, but he has a shield around him that would not have allowed anything negative to get through. But my energy did get through. Like, it stopped, and then I just kept it, and then the shield obviously only stops negative stuff. So I felt my energy come up against it, and then it was like chainmail, a mesh, and then it went through, and then it went in. So it was allowed to pass and envelop him. It was very interesting. It's just fascinating. So he's massively protected. I've never seen that before around somebody. So nobody, and remember, anything that happens would have to be energetic first. You can't just physically hurt somebody. Energetically, you have to penetrate their shields first, and then it can happen. And he's very well protected, so he can't really be fucked with, as far as I can tell. Yeah, I mean, if this is your first time watching me, I can see how you'd be confused, but you shouldn't be confused. It's What's happening is so clear and obvious at this point in history that anyone with eyes can see. You know what I mean? Like, it's not complicated just to see what's happening in reality at this point. Someone's asking me about my current diet. I like how we're just talking about anything, guys. We're just hanging out. There's no plan. I don't have a plan today. I just woke up late and was like, I love you guys. I'm gonna fucking pop on here and hang out. So this is just whatever I can do to help. If anyone's got a meltdown problem, anything, we can talk. Yeah. Current diet. I like vegetables. Eat a lot of vegetables. I try and fast earlier in the day, and then I eat vegetables and I drink hot chocolate, and then that's about it, really. Yeah, sometimes some wild rice, but basically vegetables. Yeah, vegetables and intermittent fasting. Yep. Of course not. Of course, there's nothing. It's all lies. That's why it's so insane that people are walking around wearing face diapers. I mean, it's just completely insane. Completely insane. All of it is completely insane. Completely insane. Okay, here's a comment. Let me see if I understand it. Nathan says, I set intentions, but haven't manifested due to attachment. I see now. Sometimes I let go in order to get, which isn't really letting go. Oh, I see. So you're letting go of something to get something. Is that what you mean? I think that's what you mean. Yeah, so that's not authentic trusting. That's what I'm hearing for you. Yeah, letting go is like really letting go is really trusting, right? So if you're pretending to like not want something to get it, or to get something, like, oh yeah, I'll just pretend I don't want this, ha 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 ha. Yeah, but you can't fool source energy, right? Like you can't fool God. You know what I mean? Like God is everything. Like you can't do that. So trusting that your highest evolution is in front of you, that everything is coming to you that's actually for that highest evolution, and you just need to trust and let go, and just be present to the signs and work with it. That's the way forward, right? Like real trust is actually trusting. Like you can't fake it. It's a process of letting go, but really letting go of control, letting go of the idea that you, the person, are in charge and can control something. You're not in charge of anything. That's the illusion. Like spirit, God force is running everything, your entire life. Everything that's happening is just happening automatically. You're just here. You're just present for it, right? And yeah, you can just you're not running shit. You're not running shit, but you can choose what excitement to follow. You can choose how fearlessly you want to live. You can choose, you can choose what fun you want to have and what you want to pursue in the illusion, but you're not running shit, right? So just let go of the idea that you're in charge of anything major, and just play the game and follow your bliss. That's all you can pick. What do you choose to follow as your bliss? But yeah, controlling, no. See the signs and just follow. How many hours do I sleep? I sleep about 8 hours, but sometimes 6. Did I keep any of my crypto? A little bit. I lost most of it in 2000 when the market went to shit. I was really stupid. I'm going to make a separate video just called how to not lose your crypto, because yeah, I'm kind of an expert on I'm really good at attaining wealth. I'm also really good at losing it, so I'm kind of an expert on both. But yeah, so I'll make a separate video on that at some point, put it up. But yeah, I did get in early. I actually got into Bitcoin in 2012, believe it or not. So I was super balling by the time 2017 came. I was balling, yeah. And then I just did stupid shit. Got hacked as well, and all kinds of. It was a shit show. But yeah, I'll do a separate video about that. People on here just want to hear about the spiritual woo-woo. They don't give a shit about crypto. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everybody's gonna be like, Sasha, tell us about crypto. What's up, dog? I don't. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Yes, when I say the T-man, I'm saying Trump. Listen, my podcast got taken down because I contradicted the WHO's policies on social distancing. Okay, they're listening to what I'm saying, so I'm being slightly more vague than usual, which is insane that I have to censor myself. It's ridiculous. I think they more search when you upload videos. I don't think live streams, but I honestly can't be sure. But yeah, we're soon going to be off YouTube. We can't keep going on here. This is just silly. You know what I mean? Like I shouldn't have to fucking like censor what I'm saying because you know what I'm saying. The evil ones are running shit on here. It's ridiculous. So yeah. So Zachary, suggest you look into that a little bit more, bro. Because MSM is 100% controlled by the same people who have brought you all the fucking wars and the most evil shit on the planet that's been going on. It's pretty much one group, and they're running shit, and they run mainstream media, and yeah, most things you hear are either complete bullshit or manipulation. So yeah, don't be confused, bro. You're confused in that you believe what you're hearing on the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know it's confusing. It'll all become clear on hopefully on the 20th of January. It'll be a little bit more clear what's been going on. Yeah, that's funny, Fletcher. Yeah, you can't really affect if you pray for a robot. Honestly, I think he's either a clone or he's just so degraded and just so like on the, you know, from drinking the crumb that he's completely gone. But you can see him like there's no way that guy's coming. You know what I'm saying? Going to be sworn in. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous thought. It's not going to happen. Who's oh, is Frank Yan that guy who's running for president? Is that who that is? Yes, Jack. The awakening is definitely here. Did you change your channel name? Yes, one of them I did change. Because I dropped the day game from my name on my other channel, and therefore, yeah, I'm making changes, guys. There's changes happening. Yeah. Have I smoked toad? No, I haven't really. I did some. I tried to do DMT once, but it didn't do much. But MEO5, no. Hey, some juicy questions. Okay, so Fletcher saying, not a meltdown, but we are now likely to be on a full lockdown until around Easter time. How can I stay in alignment and keep my higher vibration while not being able to go out without being questioned? What country are you in, Fletcher? So I don't think it's going to be till Easter anywhere, because after what's about to happen here in January 21st, I just don't think like the narrative is going to unpeel so quickly, and everyone's going to see the corruption. And I think certain countries may still try and, you know what I mean? Like all the dominoes may not fall at once, but they're going to fall. So I don't think it's going to be till Easter. But I don't know. But yeah, it's just an opportunity. Fuck, it's cold in here. I'm gonna put on some socks. My feet are cold. Yeah, I look at this as just, it's been a golden opportunity for us all to just stay still and go within. That's really what this has been. You know, all like for me, like, you know, I stopped traveling, I stopped going all over the fucking place. And I just had to just stay still and like work on my shit and my beliefs and my business and my, you know, rather than, you know what I mean? Like it's forced us to go within. And if you see it as an opportunity, right? It's like a planetary reset, because everybody's forced to actually look at themselves and what are they doing with their lives and what are they doing on planet Earth and what's the point of life and like, you know, like what is existence? You know, like it's forcing everybody to go down a spiritual rabbit hole, right? Like you have to. You have to. You don't have a choice. You have to go within. because you can't go out, right? Literally, like you can't go out. So where are you going to go? You're going to go in. So this is your chance to go within, sit still, meditate, read books, think about your life. It's not going to last forever. It's a certain period of time that we have as humanity to like figure it out. And if you just look at it as that, a unique opportunity for us all to get our shit together planetarily, as a collective, but also individually, it's awesome. Like believe me, you'll look back and people will be like, 2020 is when we woke the fuck up. 2021 is when we got our shit together, and turned it around. Believe me. So yeah, just if you understand that's what this is. You know what I mean? And also it's an opportunity for you to stay in your heart and speak your truth, even when you are questioned, even if somebody does hassle you. It's difficult, but it's really it's a high spiritual practice to be able to talk to somebody who's actually in the fear and who's freaking out or whatever, and to hold your ground and say, hey, I hear where you're at. I got love for you, but you're in the fear vibration, and I'm not in the fear vibration. And what you're experiencing. I mean, I'm getting to a point where like it's hard for me not to speak the truth because it's so obvious now. It's like I may literally be saying to people, hey, have you heard of cognitive dissonance? I believe you're experiencing it right now. It's not your fault, but you need to really look at yourself now because you've been manipulated. Like I can't not tell people. It's just like I'm literally at that point where I'm just like I'm not gonna not tell people the truth anymore. I'm just not interested. So it's really an opportunity to do it in a loving way. You know what I mean? Not like you're fucking crazy, bro, but just like be in your heart, be that loving presence, and just tell people like, hey, man, you're delusional. You're wearing a face diaper. You're healthy and you're walking around with a face diaper. You're delusional. That's insane. It's insane. It doesn't matter what the TV says. It doesn't matter that other people are insane. It makes no difference how many people are insane. They're all still insane. You've lost it. You've lost your shit. You've been brainwashed. And that's it. And if we get to a place where like 1 in 100 people actually goes, yeah, we're not playing this game. Fuck off. The whole thing collapses. You guys realize that? 1 in 100, 1%. That's all it takes. In the revolution, when the United States broke off from England, I think they say this. It was like a tiny percentage of people who actually said, we're revolting. We're not doing this. Does anybody know? Somebody told me. I think it was like either 1% or 3%, whatever. Fucking tiny percentage, and that was enough. The whole thing went down. So, yeah, man. So just look at it as an opportunity. That's what it is. Everything again. It's just based on your perspective. If you look at it as like this is the most amazing thing ever, then it will be. And if you're like, oh, life sucks, you're creating your reality, right? Just catching up on your crazy comments here. Your crazy comments. Yes, they're trying. They've been trying for years, but it's been put to an end. Thank God, the old plan has been put to an end. Mike Tyson did and got humbled. Listen, nobody be talking shit about Mike Tyson. I love Mike Tyson. Yeah, Britain's brutal right now. Britain's brutal. I feel for you guys. Don't worry, that's going to collapse too. But it is pretty brutal. All right. Couple of good questions here. All right, so kids, here's what we're gonna do. Let's do a little meditation. Hey, that's somebody asked, how do we be in the love vibration? Well, stopping the mind from going around in circles all the time, being present, and actually breathing, connecting with your body, and being here. That's how. So we're gonna do that. Let me put on a sweater because I'm freezing to death. Freezing to death here. My God, it's cold. It's Canada, all right? It's cold over here, man. So get comfy. We're gonna do a little. Actually, you know what it could do? We could clear. Do you guys want me to like clear any energetic blocks, entities, attachments? We could clear all that shit and do meditation. What do you think of that? What do you think of that, hipsters? Now I know what you're thinking. Sasha, why don't you put this on and then put the love shirt over so you can show off your epic shirt that you're going to be launching into the world soon? Because the cotton on this is so nice because it's 100% organic that I want it on my body. I don't even like other things on my body anymore. So that's why you're going to look at Ganesh now. You're going to look at Ganesh. Oh my God. Oh, that's good. Holy shit. It's fucking freezing. I feel sad for anybody who's like in Eastern Canada where it's really fucking cold, or if anybody's in Russia. My God. Okay, that's better. That's better. That's better. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Woo! All right. You crazy kids. Okay. All right, kids. So, sit down, get a little comfy. This is what it all comes down to. This is probably the most important thing. Being able to really go within. This is one of the absolute greatest secrets of all the things they don't want you to know. Honestly, of all the things, like, they don't want you to know the history of the world. They don't want you to know about health. They don't want you to know about how the body works. They don't want you to know anything, like zero. And on the top of the list, connecting with your like being able to go within and actually connect to source energy, to connect to your true nature, that would be number one on the list. I swear to God, if there's one thing you're not supposed to know about, it's meditation. Seriously. It's the number one thing. Like, you want to be a revolutionary? You want to revolt? Wake the fuck up. You want to revolt? Learn to go within and connect with source energy, with your higher self. That's the biggest revolution, because when you're divinely guided, you'll know what you need to do. Period. Not like in an emergency, you'll know what you need to do. With your life, you'll know what you need to do. If you're divinely guided, even when you're listening to the media and you're actually tuning in with your heart, you're able to connect here, you'll know who's telling the truth and who's not. You'll know who's full of shit and who's not. You understand? So being able to connect to our hearts and to our higher selves, to source energy, that is the greatest revolution. That is the most important thing. You're wrong, Thomas. There's 42 people right now. 42 people. You only see 9 on the channel you're on, Knuckleface. But I'm broadcasting to a few places. So F you, buddy. F you. So, is that making sense? So this is, and I'm curious too, who actually meditates here? How many of you actually regularly will sit down, close your eyes, and actually go within and ignore the mind and actually connect? Who actually does that before we get into it? And as we go into it, let's just start breathing. Let's just start breathing consciously. Just feeling your belly expanding. Okay, a few of you do. Excellent. Nice. Booyah. Life is meditation. Life is meditation. It's true. Okay. So just start taking conscious breaths, deeper breaths. Into the belly. Just feeling that belly expanding and contracting. And then becoming aware of the chest also expanding and contracting. Maybe getting into a bit of a wave, so the belly coming out, and then the chest coming in, belly coming in. Allowing the mind to just be still. Just being the breath. Nothing else going on. Nothing else needs to go on. Realizing that everything that needs to be happening is already happening. You don't need to do anything. You simply need to be here, which you already are. Your only job is to exist, and you're already doing a great job. So relax and just be here. Breathing in, breathing out. If the mind tries to wander, just go back to the breath. You can't change the past. Why bother going there? The future's going to happen as it will happen. No need to go there either. Just be here now. It's the only thing you can actually do. It's the only place you can actually be. Why fight that? Just breathe into that. Every breath, more here, more now. And now let's put our intention, our focus on our heart. Let's think about love. Let's think about somebody or something that we love, that we truly love unconditionally. Let's feel that love together. Maybe visualizing the person, or even an experience, or a place, or a feeling. But just feel that love. See that person, see that person's eyes, feel their energy, feel the oneness between you, between them, the love between all beings, and breathe it. Allow that love to be there in your heart, and every breath expand that love. See the field of love in your heart expanding with every breath. Know that you are that love, and you can choose to be it more, to feel it more, to expand that field in and around your heart. And let's keep growing that field till this field is taking up your entire chest. And keep expanding so that it envelops your entire body. And keep going, keep growing that field of love until it is taking up the entirety of your apartment, your house where you live. Just visualize this field growing in strength. The more it expands, the more it grows. Imagine it connecting to all the other love fields around you. So meeting them, connecting with them, expanding into them. And you can even see in your mind all of our brothers and sisters here on this sermon and all the cities around the world. You can see these fields of love in all these cities across the world, maybe even visualizing a globe in your mind, all the cities around the world. There are these fields of love now forming in every city. See these fields, be aware of them. One in Toronto, one in Vancouver, one in Sydney, one in New York, one in Los Angeles, one in Paris, one in Amsterdam, one in Berlin. The love fields are there in all of these cities, in all of these countries. Know it to be the case and simply connect with all of these fields. Because in reality, there's only one love, there's only one illusion, there's only one self. We are all the infinite one love forever and ever. Even these locations, even these bodies are just part of the illusion, just temporary things within the dream. There is actually only this one love field. It's actually all one being, one self, one love. So can you connect as that one with that one? Can you see all these fields actually merging together as the one global earth, one love field? Can you breathe as that? Can you see that earth in your mind? Breathe into that entire planet. Can you feel that one, that love? And can you sense connecting with that one love? You're actually connecting with every individual love in every individual heart. We are every single individual love. We are the planet. We are God's love. We are universal love. We are all of it. Allow the separation to disintegrate. It's just an illusion. Separation is an illusion. It's just part of the game. What's real is the love that you are. Can you be that? Can you feel that? Can you breathe into that in every moment? And know it is the nature of your reality. It is the truth of all, is that love. That every breath is actually God breathing, the Creator breathing through you. Are you truly breathing, or are you being breathed by the Eternal One, by the Creator? Who is breathing who? And so now from this place, setting the intention that you are open to receive more love, more healing, more knowledge, more truth from the Infinite One Creator Self, from that higher self that is still you, that this you is open to receive knowledge, teachings, upgrades from that Infinite One higher self. Set the intention that you are open for all healing energies, upgrades, updates, any purification, any cleansing that is in your highest good. You are open for, you are ready for, and you are willing to receive any and all beneficial love light energies from the Eternal One Creator. Know that only your resistance to such change can actually stop you from your spiritual growth, from your evolution into this higher level of consciousness. That you can let go of this resistance at any moment. Just keep breathing, keep being open. Say to your higher self, I'm ready to receive any information, any knowledge that is necessary, that is required, that is useful to me at this moment. And just be open, and let's just sit for a minute in silence and receive any updates, any upgrades that are there for us in the field. Allow your mind to simply be quiet and receive. Be that antenna, be open, and just know you are always receiving what you need. So staying with the breath. Thanking your higher self, thanking Source, thanking any of your spirit guides and beings that may have been here with you, may have been sharing with you, being grateful. Know as we come back to reality, you can stay in this connected place. You can stay with the breath. You can stay connected even as you look at your screen and type questions and talk to people and go about your day. You can still be here in this peaceful place. You are that. You are that peace. You are that bliss. It's your nature. You're never not this. It just seems like you are not this because the mind takes over and we forget to breathe and we forget to tune in and we forget to connect to our higher selves. But that is always there because it is you. Fundamentally, it is you. Only the illusion of the mind distracts us from this which we are. So keep this in mind and stay in this presence as we continue forward. And whenever it feels right, opening up those eyes and how was that? Did you feel a little bit chill? I'd like a report on how everybody's doing. Dude, I disappeared. Well, I did get up to turn my kettle on and it came back. I was gone about 15 seconds. Or did you mean your eyes were open during the stream and I phased out? Because that would be cool. You're welcome, Kenan. I love you too, Thomas. You don't have to be sorry. That's the one thing you don't have to be sorry for. Loving people. Don't need to be sorry. Farhan says it was beautiful. Thanks, Farhan. That's beautiful to hear. For some reason, Madonna's Holiday song just went into my head. Just random. Just holiday. Holiday. Why? I don't know why. I have no idea why. My brain does things. Charles says, a bit better, but my energies are agitated. Oh, cool. Chris says, nice. Clicked into something soft, fractal, web-like stuff. Cool. Very cool. Let's clear everybody, huh? Let's clear, but I forgot I was going to do that. So, holiday. Let me muscle test how many, the group sitting right now who's live, how many non-beneficial entities we have in our whole group here now. More than 5? No, not that many. More than 1, more than 2. 1, 3. So 3. So 3 entities. How many spirits? More than 1. 5 non-beneficial spirits. Demons. Nope. And we got 4 demons. So what's that add up to? 5, 4, 4. So we got 8 plus 5, 13. So that's not bad. 34 people on. We've got 13 energetic things that are not supposed to be there. Shall we remove them, folks? Shall we remove them? Let's remove the stuff. I did a sermon a few weeks ago where I was talking about removing all the things, and we did a group clearing, and several people messaged me freaking the fuck out afterwards because they just felt it go, and they're like, I feel way better, I'm sleeping better, holy shit, what was that? And I'm like, that was your nasty shit that was holding on to you. So we'll do a little clearing just for shits and giggles. I'm first gonna pour me some hot fucking chocolate. Hang on. Look at this, about this badass thermos thing. It holds 3 liters, right? So I could just make a shit ton of hot chocolate and then just be on the cacao all day. It's the best. Cacao. I live off cacao. It's like the greatest thing. Look at this. This is from yesterday. So I just add some boiling water and then bam, legitimate. Legitimate. Oh, cool. SC is excited. Taurus says, bam. Taurus says, whoopsie. The third eye or the area was pumping. Oh my God, that's good. Seriously, guys. Fucking cacao. God damn. Woo! I love oolong tea. Oolong is really good. I just drink tea. I'm a tea fanatic. Tea and cacao, man. I'll put like a little cayenne in this. And then a little cinnamon, cacao. I'm Canadian. I started, sometimes I use stevia, but a little maple syrup. Holy shit, guys. It's just ridiculous. And then I also make, I just got into chaga tea. Apparently it's this mushroom and it's like really, really good for you. So you just take the chaga and you boil it for like at least 6 hours, or like you simmer it for 6 hours. So I'll have chaga and I'll pour chaga into a cup and it'll be like half chaga and half cacao. Holy fuck, it's delicious and like super healthy. So I've done days of just like having just cacao and chaga, and it's like clears you out and it's great. I'm not going to eat food today. This is the first time my immune system has been like I don't really get sick anymore. So I was shocked. I was like, wow, I'm actually like need to fucking, so I'm going to fast. Yeah, kombucha is awesome, bro. Kombucha is the bomb. When you're in the mood for it, right? Like in the summer when it's hot out and drinking kombucha, awesome. But right now, I don't want fucking kombucha. I want this shit. Oh my God, that's so good. I'm tripping out over here. Okay. So let's just clear all this shit. You know how to do it, right, guys? So sit down for a second and just feel your just feel go in for a second, because those of you who have energetic attachments entities, you may feel up. It's kind of cool though. Like, yeah, it's good. So just sit down for a second. Woo. Okay. Okie dokie. Higher self, spirit master, spirit guides, spirit world. Please remove any and all To these wonderful listeners. Mm. 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 Okay, I think that's it. Let's see now. Spirits in the group, more than 0. No. Clean. Demons in the group, more than 0. No. Entities in the group. There are no demons. Oh, okay. One thing didn't clear. More than 0. 1. Only one thing didn't clear. There's one. Somebody has a spirit that was stronger, and that's okay. We got them. The rest, though. We got the rest. 12 out of 13. They're not bad. That's not bad. So yeah, if anybody felt like a little shift, let me know. It's always fun, but it doesn't matter. I just did it for the principle of it. For the principle. I don't like people being fucked with. Hello, Victor in Baltimore. What's going on? Baltimore. What's life like in Baltimore? Shit. Who? I don't know who. It wasn't a demon. The one that didn't leave was just a spirit. Spirits are just beings that, like, somebody died and they still like you and they don't want to leave yet and they're just hanging around. It's not even necessarily bad. They're just hanging around your field. There's good spirits too. They might be like your uncle who's like looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? But eventually they need to go. You know what I'm saying? They need to move on. That's all. But it's not necessarily bad. Entities are usually worse and draining your energy, and then demons can be nasty. I had one of those. It almost killed me once. So I'm a bit of an expert because I almost got killed. So, you know, I've had an education. That's cool. Tasmania, huh? That's dope. I'd like to go to Tasmania. That was on my list of places to go. I always wanted to go do stand-up comedy in, like, you know, New Zealand. That would be fucking cool. I actually, I know a couple people out in New Zealand. I could do a scan, but that would be a fucking pain in the ass. So I just clear the group. I can tell you're worried that it's you. SC returns. It's not you. It's not you. You're good. You're clean. You're clean. Yeah, you're clean. You're clean. Daniel Roberts. Hey, I got a heckler, everybody. I got a heckler. Look, worst stream ever. Why are you on it then? What does that say about you? It's the worst stream ever. You're sitting on it. The fuck are you doing? What are you doing? We had a couple of questions here right before. Oh yeah, so this was a good question. Yeah, so one person. Okay, so this is. Let's do this. So beef testosterone. What's up, beef testosterone? I like that name. Beef is funny. Like, just the word beef, funny word. I don't know if it's just me, but I always thought the word beef was funny. And testosterone, also kind of funny because the idea of it, like, your testosterone, you know, somebody going around humping things, like, it's funny. So beef testosterone is actually funny. So I want to give you credit for your funny name. Not everybody has a funny name. You do have a funny name. So thank you for doing that. Sorry to hear loneliness is killing you. Like, what's the situation, dog? Like, what's going on? You got no friends. You can't leave the house. What's going on? I'm going to get super weird here. You ready? I'm going to get super weird. You can't be lonely. You can't be lonely because you're God. You're God. You created all the worlds. You're everything that is forever and ever and ever. You happen to be in this physical body right now, but you're all that is forever. Boredom is not possible for you. It's not possible for the person, for the ego, for the mind. But if you're feeling boredom, it just means you're going into your mind. You're going into here. You know, you're believing that you're separate. You're believing that you're this flesh suit, and therefore you could be bored, or that you could be separate. You can't be separate. You're everything. You're everything forever, experiencing itself in infinite forms. There's no such thing as boredom. There's no such thing as separation. It's all part of the illusion. So what you're telling me is you need to remember a little bit more about your true nature, right? You need to go within. Connect with that silence. Connect with the self. As soon as you start feeling that silence, that bliss of what you truly are, there's no boredom. There's only joy and infinite bliss forever and ever and ever. That's what's in there. You're just not connecting with what's in there, right? Only a person can be bored or lonely. You're not a person. Stop identifying with the ego mind. You know what I'm saying, homie? It just means you need to go within. There's no such thing. There was another good comment here. Hang on. Oh yeah, okay. So Treflin. Wonder about your perspective on. So this gentleman is wondering about my perspective on being a smooth transition from one system to another. System is fundamentally corrupt because it is debt-based. That is true. Every system we have in place needs to be to fully collapse before it can be rebuilt in a godly way, and this will take decades to do. Hard times in front of us to make this transition on the physical plane. Thoughts? Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with all that, right? It is fundamentally corrupt. The debt-based system it's slavery, right? One group make central banking is a slave system, right? It's horrific. It's like you can watch a 10-minute video on YouTube that explains it. Like everybody should have by now gone and looked up what is central banking to understand it. It's horrific. And it is going to be replaced. I do agree it's going to be rough. I think the next few weeks are going to be the roughest, specifically the next 10 days. Everything is going to collapse. Everything is absolutely going to collapse. But I think we're being supported in a big way. It may not be easy. I think the biggest shift will be like when people realize the corruption, when people realize when it's actually fully exposed, and by the way, it's already exposed, right? It's already exposed, but it's been exposed, and people still have the free will whether they want to look at it or not. You see what I'm saying? So some people are still choosing to not look at reality. So we're actually currently in almost like a split in consciousness. There's people who are living in reality, and there's people who are living in delusion, or you could say cognitive, like full cognitive dissonance, right? Just like, oh yeah, just keep going with it, everything's fine, like don't worry about it. It's a full-on split. And I believe what's about to happen is there's actually only two ways this can go. We can have literally a timeline split, like a full-on timeline split, where like we wake up, what people who are like awake and understand like what's going on, that we'll just wake up, and all the people who believe like there's a virus and everything's fine and we just need to hunker down and just do what the government said, those people wouldn't be on, like literally, they'll just won't be here anymore. We'll wake up one day and it's all the people that are in the love and refusing to be in fear and know this is bullshit. It'll just be us, and there would only be, I don't know, maybe 100 or 200, a couple 100 million people on the planet. Everyone else just wouldn't be here, and we'd just go. They just would be gone. And then all of us that they think are crazy, they would just wake up and they'd be on the planet, and we wouldn't be there. And that actually absolutely could happen, because I've done timeline shifts before that were drastic and full different timelines, and I've done it once with a friend where we both hopped together and we're both fully aware of it. So that absolutely could happen. There's zero doubt in my mind that shit could happen. We could wake up tomorrow and boom, certain people aren't here, and we're all like, what the fuck just happened? That could happen. Do I think that's going to happen? No, but it could, because it's already happened. It's happening all the time. We're shifting timelines all the time. That's a fact. That's not a theory. Sorry. This is just, I've done it. That's not a theory for me anymore. So, and actually, it's not just me, believe me. Bashar is teaching that. Yeah, there's many fucking high level beings have said we're fucking switching timelines all the time based on our consciousness and our will and our intention. So it's not like Sasha's woo woo great. No, it's really not. So but I don't think that's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is the awakening that's coming is going to be so fucking rude that like even the people who are even completely in denial with their pillow over their head, wearing their mask, and they're in their fucking isolating in their house, it's going to be such a like everyone's going to get the message, and those people will have no choice but to enter reality. They just aren't going to have a choice. So I believe what that's going to look like is, again, I'm guessing, but I think when the arrests come, and what the crazy fucking, they're going to have to be broadcasting on television like the real history of the world and what's actually been going on and who these people have been, and then here, these people have been arrested, these people have been executed, here's the footage of executions. I mean, I literally think that's what's coming, and that's going to have to be broadcast on the TV probably for like weeks, months, so everybody gets it, so everybody understands what just happened. You can't live in that old world anymore. It's finished. The old world is actually ended. And at some point, those people have to wake up and join reality. Like you can't ignore reality forever. You can do it for a while, but but during the Great Awakening, which we're in, you just can't keep living in that reality. So, it's almost like the way I feel about it is like we have free will, like we are infinite creation. We're in these bodies. You know what I'm saying? We do have free will in these bodies, and we can do stupid shit, and we can fuck up, and we can learn. But ultimately, that higher self creator is looking out for us, and we can only fuck up so much. We can only go so much out of alignment before it's like, no. You see what I'm saying? It's like a parent. Like like that higher self is like we would be as parents. Like if you're a good parent, you'll still let your kids, like, if you're not over controlling, you'll let your kids do something stupid. You'll let your kid, even though he shouldn't be doing it, like get on his little bike or like, do something where he might hurt himself. He might fall down. He might even burn himself a little, because he needs to learn. That kid needs to learn, but you won't let him kill himself. You're not going to let your child fall off a fucking building, but you'll let him trip over or fuck up a little bit or get hurt. So he runs back, goes, oh, I got hurt. Well, yeah, now you learned your lesson. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn. You have to let your kids learn. So in that same way, we are being allowed to experience whatever we want to experience to a degree. And we're coming there. There's a limit, I believe, to how much suffering humanity will be allowed to experience. And I think we're coming to the end of that suffering right now. This is it. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. It's not. The next 10 days may be crazier, but it's all part of the show. It's all supposed to be so fucking crazy. So even the people who are the most asleep, the most in denial, can actually will see it and just go. I mean, people are being arrested for having a cup of tea sitting outside by themselves. I mean, think about that for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are not being allowed into stores because they're not wearing a face diaper. I mean, guys, it's insane. We're living in an insane asylum. It's in prison is our mind. For most people, it's their minds. It's insane. It can't keep going. It has to stop. We have to understand. It's just it can't. It has to end. So I think we're at the end, and it's going to unravel. The first few months of this year are going to be really fucking crazy, for sure. That's for sure. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it, and we will rebuild. And we can rebuild quickly, because when the forces, the egos that are completely out of insane, that are totally insane, out of control, and just want money and power and to enslave everybody and microchip everybody's ass, when they're no longer running the show, we can rebuild pretty fast. Because there's not going to be the suppression of information, suppression of consciousness, poisoning the food, poisoning the water, poisoning the information. That's all going to stop. You see what I'm saying? And I believe these forces that, frankly, are evil as fuck, even though ultimately it's all just creation. But within this matrix, where there's certain roles being played, and certain beings are playing the bad guys. But that's so that we can wake the fuck up. It's all part of the play. It's like if there's no If there's no evil, how can we make the choice that we're good? How can we make the choice to be godly if there's no if there's no bad guy? Like every story has to have a bad guy, and we're just in a story. It's just a story. It's just a play. Don't get too caught up in it. We're going to be fine, but it's if you really see it unfolding, it's perfect. It's all fucking perfect, man. It's all perfect. And right before the end, before the good guys win and everything turns around, it has to hit the darkest. So you think like look at every movie plot, every fucking movie plot, right? Right before, oh, we've lost. Oh no, it's horrible. We're all gonna die. Ah. And then of course a miracle happens at the end. That's how it's that's what's happening here. It's all been, come on, guys. Get with the program. We're in a movie. The best screenwriter is the creator. Okay. Nobody like you've seen some good Hollywood movies, right? Well, who wrote those movies? People? No, God wrote them through people. What do you think the creator has done here writing this one? Jesus, this is the best one of all. So just know that we're going to be fine, and just live. Just all you have to do is work on you. Wake up, do the healing work, get in it, just do your own shit. Don't you have to worry about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Is this making sense? Is any of this making sense, or am I just have I just totally lost it, guys? Tell me if I've totally lost it. Fuck it. I don't give a shit anymore. It's all going to hell in a fucking handbasket anyway, until it turns around. Which has been your favorite stream ever? I've had a lot of good ones. The End of the Matrix, that was a really good one. He is listening to Britney Spears. Okay, Chris. God bless you, buddy. So social proving your spiritual theories. Reality is not a spiritual theory. It just is. Oh, wow. That's interesting. That's a really good question, Fletcher. Do you think that people getting a glimpse of communism will make them pop and awaken at a crazy speed? Well, I fucking hope so, bro, because we are getting it. People are snitching on each other for fucking like having people at their houses, for people going to work, like literally, like they're encouraging people to snitch. It's getting fucking weird, man. They don't want you gathering. They don't want guys when they don't want you going to church. You know what I'm saying? When Walmart and Costco are open, but they don't want you going to church because you could get sick, but you can go and spend your money at. Come on, guys, this is insane. This is so ridiculous. It's full on communism. It's not like semi-communism. It's full on communism. But even that, you know what I mean? It is. Yeah. So I'm hoping that's gonna fucking and that's how brainwashed people are. Even when that's unfolding, they'll still go along with it. Go, no, it's for your own good. This belief in authority. This is the thing, right? It's belief in authority. People actually believe that there's an authority out there that can tell them what to do with their lives, how to live their lives. That's the insanity. Belief in authority. You're your own authority. You're the creator in a body. You're your own authority. What outside authority can tell you anything? Tune into your fucking heart and live your life righteously based on what you know is right. But everyone's giving that up. It's insane. So that's what people need to realize. So yeah, I hope a taste of communism is going to wake people the fuck up. There's people here in Canada, it's kind of interesting, but a lot of the people who are leading the movements, the freedom movements here, they're Eastern Europeans. They're like Ukrainians, Russians, because they've been through communism. They know what it looks like. So now that when they see it, they're like, what the fuck are you guys doing? So Canadians are like, oh, it's fine. We're free. Like what freedom? What freedom? You can't. It's ridiculous. You can't go to work. You're not allowed to work. You're not allowed to gather. What freedom? Oh, we're free because they haven't killed us yet. Well, come on, guys. Michael says, biggest challenge at the moment is to keep being centered in my heart and always being open. Yeah, that's a big one. It's tough to stay in the level all the time. It gets easier when you know what I mean? It does get easier if you're doing the work and you're doing the healing work and you're on the awakening path. It gets easier. But even this guy, who's a pretty loving guy, once in a while you're just like, oh, fuck it. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck, like just leave me alone. Once in a while, they're like, I don't fucking care, but it's a practice. It's a practice, Yeah, just remember, like your nature. It's like literally, like remind yourself, you're love. I am love. Do like mantras. I'm not one of these people like, yeah, sit there and do your little mantra, but like there's one mantra that's really powerful. And this one actually saved me during one of my big enlightenments, where I talk about in episode 46 of my podcast, where I actually, well, I fucking died and checked out, went to source, came back in. It's a whole story. But actually, yeah. So when I was in bed and I was screaming, like I would fall asleep and I would start screaming because I was like dying. Basically, that level of ego was like dying. I was going through death, and it was a hell of a thing. And the mantra my teacher gave me was, I am, God is. Really fucking powerful. And I would just, and if I really want to connect and I sit down and I meditate, I'll just do that. I'll just close my eyes and I'll just be like, I am, God is. I am, God is. So make up your own that helps you. So if staying in your heart, is what you need, just I am love, right? Just I am love. I am love. Put your hand on your heart and just be like, I am love. And just stay with that vibration, right? And loving on other people and going and doing acts of kindness, going on just hugging people, anything where you're helping other people. Again, as soon as you start putting out that love vibration, it comes right back at you and you'll feel it immediately. That's all you have to do. Really, you want to feel love? Be love. Give love. That's it. It's not complicated. It's not a secret formula, guys. It's right there. Okay, I hope that helps, pork chop. Love chop. Okay, interesting. Timeline shift there. Yeah. So stuff like that, Lentava, all the time. All the time. It's happening all the time. We're always shifting timelines. So you don't even have, this is the crazy thing. You don't have to worry about what the world is going through. You don't have to worry about all that crazy shit. You you can just pick the timeline that you want. Right? So you just create it. Go into the love, go into your passion, do what you're here to do, be that love, shine it in the world, and everything's going to happen. Everything's just going to happen as it needs to happen. You don't have to worry about the world. There is actually no world. You're just here for your own unique experience of growth. So just focus on that, but be in your truth. And believe me, if the universe wants you to help somebody or needs you to help somebody, it'll be right in front of you. And you'll go, oh, I'm supposed to talk to this person. Okay, cool. And I'm always just tuning in, right? Like I got a big heart. When I'm here walking around the neighborhood and I see people like fucking wearing face diapers or whatever, kids wearing masks, it breaks my heart because they're hurting themselves. And I know that. But I'll just tune in and I'll be like, am I really supposed to talk to this person? And if I get like a yes, spirit wants me to talk to this person, I will. And if it's like a nope, okay, but I'll know. I'll have this intuition. And it's just about getting to that place of clarity where you can feel and when you're being spirit guided to do something, Yeah, that's right, Michael. Yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah, don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. If your goal is really to be in the love, just focus on it all the time. Focus on being in the love all the time. That's your job. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. Mm-mm. Yeah, my friend. Oh, is that you, Adam? One of my friends told me about the Dunning-Kruger effect. Yeah, it was really interesting. Interesting. Yep. Michael says he's having intense fights with his girlfriend, which obviously is my twin flame, and she's reflecting my own darkness so harshly. Yeah. Well, that's what they're supposed to do, right? That's what we're all doing to each other. You know, we're all mirrors for each other. So yeah, just be present with that. Know that relationship is what it's supposed to be, and get the most out of it. Be present, be loving, and don't be afraid to see your shit, right? Because we're all like, it's a big thing to accept our imperfection and just know we're all fucked in our own unique way, and we're all doing the human thing together. You know what I'm saying? We're all doing it. We're all doing it, man. We're all doing it. But yeah, it's intense times for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Fletcher. But you're gonna have to do something. It ain't gonna, they're not handing it over to Team Evil. Team Evil is not taking over. Like, that's just done. That's not happening. So whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But it ain't gonna be that. Nature Bear says, like the meditation. Thanks, Nature Bear. Go and hug someone. Don't send me donations. Go and spread the love. That's all I want you to do. That's all I want you to do. I know you're thinking, can we send Sasha Bitcoin? Yes, you can. No, spread the love. Spread the love. Beef testosterone. Uh-oh. Bam. I'm 25 and a virgin. I don't know how to connect with people. The lockdowns are obviously making it worse. I feel like my heart is closed off due to sustained loneliness, if that makes sense. Damn, son. Well, yeah, that does make sense. That's pretty rough. I'll put the comment back up because I'm going to talk about that. Well, here's the thing. The more you connect with yourself, the more you can connect with other people. So right now, it's tougher to go out and connect with people, obviously. So you can be focusing on the self part, right? Do everything you can to do the healing work on your own, right? Just spend your time healing, spend your time forgiving, spend your time on forgiveness, forgiving everybody that's harmed you, getting rid of any anger in your body. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing, Ho'oponopono, for example. You could be praying a lot. You could be meditating a lot. I mean, do everything you can on your own. And when the time is right, go out there and connect with people. I mean, you realize my main business for the last over a decade is teaching guys social freedom and how to talk to women. I'm a little bit of an expert on connecting with other people. So get my book. I have a free book, Social Freedom Secret, infinitemanssummit.com. Get the book, do the social freedom exercises when you can. You know what I'm saying? And but it's gonna push you, right? It's gonna push you. But it'll get you out there talking to people and interacting with people. And the biggest tip with connecting with people actually is going out there and interacting with people. Like, how do you connect with people? Go out there and fucking do things with people. Well, even if you're just going around high-fiving and making jokes and just pushing your comfort zones, you'll still be getting used to being around people. And then Yeah, and then honestly, if you really want to connect with people, when I do my comedy therapy course, do the fucking comedy therapy course. It's literally about how to connect with yourself and how to connect with other people on a deep level. I mean, that's literally what the course is. I can't. There's nothing more. Like it's literally like that's what I do. That's my whole thing. So yeah, I would invite you on that for real. And yeah, I mean, I could talk about connection. I mean, Jesus Christ, this is what I was teaching for 10 years. I could go on and on and on. I'll get fucking bored, you know. But yeah, just work on yourself for now. And when shit is open, go out there and talk to people. Talk to people. Offer value. Give people compliments. Be nice. You just need to get more comfortable. See. Not knowing how to connect with people is just because it's a reflection of you. You're not being able to connect with yourself. When you know who you are and you have that self-love, it won't be an issue connecting with other people. You see what I'm saying? It's actually a disconnection from self. That's what this is. You see what I'm saying? So do the work internally, and then you can start practicing externally. You know what I'm saying? And read my book. Read my book. If you get my yeah, at least get the free one, and then if you really want to go deeper into my mindsets, you can get my old Direct Dagan Bible book as well. It's pretty good. Dustin says, bam. Waking up was a shock to me. Experiencing my entire identity crumble before me was very difficult. I see why people are put in psych wards if they seek the wrong guidance. Thank you for sharing the truth. Yeah, sounds like you had a big ego death there, buddy. I know about that one. Yeah, bro. I mean, there's layers, right? Layers and layers and layers of it all coming apart. Yeah, bro. Got to do it. Got to do it. Glad to hear you're on it. It's a shock. It's shocking. It's shocking. It is shocking. Like waking up is shocking on every level. Waking up to the 5D, like the 3D, like 5 cents, reality of what's going on out here. Really shocking. But more shocking even than that is a spiritual awakening. Like, yes, a bunch of like super evil, crazy fucks, psychopaths have been running our, mainstream, like the world out there. That's a shock. But actually the spiritual awakening that you're not a person, you're not a body, you're not a mind, you're literally all that is. Your creation itself in a body, and you've never been a person, and you could never be, and it's absurd that you're a person and you're just like, you're all it is in a body temporarily, but you're that. That's more shocking than pretty much anything, man. That's shocking as fuck. I don't know if you had some level of that, but woo, yeah, it doesn't get more crazy than that. It's literally everything that you think you are, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so that and that's coming too, right? Because the consciousness is going up. That's actually what's coming. That awakening is coming as well. And when we have that one, there's no everything happening out there. It doesn't even matter because we're all just consciousness. We're all one. It literally doesn't make a difference what's happening in the world. It's all just a dream. But don't worry about that for now, guys. Don't worry about that for now. Is a hell of a thing. I got here for once. All right. And the population has been subverted. That's why all populations never revolted against their oppression. Helps to understand this because they're victims, but also dangerous. Yep. Yeah, it's true. It is dangerous. That's why some people are freaking out here, because if 95% of, if almost everybody goes along with the narrative and goes, yeah, let's all wear masks, let's not have jobs, let's just get a government paycheck, and let's all go for the vaccine and it'll be awesome, whatever. If that's what happens, then what happens to the small percent of people who are like, no. If everybody thinks the people who are like awake are crazy, then it won't be a problem just rounding up that 1% and throwing them into internment camps. That's why certain people are freaking the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, the awakening is here, and we don't really have much to worry about. It's too late now. But yeah, that's why it's dangerous. If everybody's asleep, well, fuck, you could make that everybody do whatever you want. I mean, look already at the insanity. Look at it. You know what's wrong. People are going along with it anyway because they control you economically. People who work in grocery stores here, our local grocery store here, they don't want to wear a face diaper. They know it's crazy, and it does nothing. It's actually detrimental to your health. It's just a sign that you're complying with insanity. And yet they do it because the owner says, "Oh, well, you have to do it, or we're not going to give you work." Well, actually, that's illegal, and they can be sued. But because you're a slave and you're used to just obeying orders to keep your job, and it's a system based on economic slavery, people are going along with shit. It's when we come together and go, "We're not going along with insanity. No thanks." Then it's over. But people have to step into their power, and so this is what it is: people being pushed. How far do we need to be pushed before we say no? Well, we're going to find out. We're finding out right now. I think this far. I think in the next 3 months, you're going to see a lot of pushback, my friends. This is finished. You can push people so far, but it is a deep sleep. Yeah, it's a very deep sleep people are in. Yes, Matthew, you're talking about this church, right? This church? This is basically church. This is virtual church. You know what I mean? Dream Kai is asking what recommendations on healing. I'm going to do a separate video on my other channel just about healing. It's been a really big journey, dude. Like huge. Like I've done a lot of things. But as long as you have the intention to heal, and you're just focused on that shit, you're gonna heal. That's for sure. But it's like it's a massive rabbit hole. Definitely yes on cryptos. I don't particularly trust that one, but yes, cryptos are huge because we're going away from the system that, like, the fake money that they print and control and deflate to make us all poor. Like, why would we continue using that when that's how they control us? Fuck that. Doesn't make sense. Yep, I am. God is. Very simple, very powerful. You can go places with that one. Take some magic mushrooms and do that for a couple hours and see what happens. Just saying. Yeah. Yes, Matthew. Anyone who actually uses their brain just a little bit and thinks just a little bit, it all just collapses. Yeah, that's right. I've been noticing tech issues all the time. Weird shit. Like my computer the other day, it would just like the Wi-Fi would just turn on and try and connect. Now I don't use Wi-Fi. I plug my laptop in, Ethernet cable, so it would just turn on by itself, and I would go into the settings and turn it off. Then it would turn on. It just kept doing it by itself. I've never seen that before, like over and over again. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Other thing, like weird shit. Everybody tech is glitching, and I think the whole matrix is glitching. So we realize that it's a dream, and it's not solid. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to understand this. Well, Fletcher, I'll tell you what's a fun thing to do. Get on Telegram groups, organize a bunch of locals, get 100 or 200 people, and go out and protest. What are they going to do? Are they going to arrest a few hundred people? Let them try. But this is how you wake people up. Exercise your sovereignty. Get the fuck out of the house. You know what I mean? What are they going to do? They're going to shoot you? What's your worst case scenario? Get out there. This is it. This is the time, man. This is the time to get out there. You don't have to play along. You really don't. You don't. The patchwork of dreams. All right, turkeys. So I can't believe it. We did it again. We did a Sunday sermon. Hang out. Not much. It was mainly just hanging out, hey? It was just nice to hang out today, you know? It was nice to hang out. Yeah. Make sure you're I think you guys are mainly on it, but make sure to be on my Telegram notification group. I'll let people know what's going on. Exciting things will be happening soon. Fun, exciting things. And I'll be putting them in that group to let everybody know what's up. It's always good to hang out, eh, Lantava? With you beautiful humans. I was a little bit, a little bit stuffy and like, today, and a little bit more on the disconnected side. But I do what I can. You know what I'm saying? I do what I can. Yeah, I remember Paperboy. Pac-Man was legitimate. Non-clinging is liberation. Yep. Also, liberation is liberation. Remembering you are not this, you are that, you are all of it. You crazy kid. So now I have to decide, do I want to go to the freedom? Should I go to the freedom protest downtown? I'm a little bit under the weather. It's gray out there. I'm not ready to do stand-up comedy. But should I go down there and hug the nice people and hang out, or just go fuck it and stay home? That's the question right now that's going on in my head. I don't know the answer, but I'll decide after I end this. So, thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll start on time next week and not late. And it's been nice. It's been nice chilling. You think I should go, guys? You think I should go? Woo! Honestly, I'm just going to muscle test it and be like, is it in the highest good that I go? And I'll just see what I get. But it's fun. It's like my social life. It's like I go there, we fucking hug people. It's all the people who are just like waking the fuck up. It's great. It's great. It's true. I probably will feel better if I go. But yeah, I feel like I'm missing out. If I'm not there, I feel like I'm missing. Just like if I don't do the sermon, I feel like I'm missing out. So I like it so much. What is the Buddha? 3 pounds of marijuana. Okay, you crazy turkeys. You crazy turkeys. I love you guys. You got attacked by Antifa? Are you serious? That's fucked up. They just randomly picked you and attacked you? Seriously? I thought Antifa was mainly in the States. They're in Germany too? That's not cool. That's not cool. What do they do? What do they do, Michael? Like what, they threw shit at you or they tried to punch you or what the fuck? And how many protesters were there, like pro freedom, and how many Antifa was there? And did they attack you because you weren't wearing a mask? Seriously? Like what the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? WTF, bro. That's all I'm saying. WTF. WTF, dog. Not cool, Michael. Yeah, apparently so. I mean, yeah, it's crazy, right? And they're being funded, you know? They're going to be taken down too, I think. It's just ridiculous. Well, yeah, no shit. No shit. We all know who's funding them. We know the deal. We know the deal. Okay, kids. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for being here, everybody. I love you guys. Sending you all much love, much blessings. Go out there. Spread the love, be the love. Stay in your hearts. And get ready for the changeover. It's here. It's going to be crazy. The next 10 days are going to be fucking nuts. It's going to be shocking. It's going to be shocking. Not for you guys, because you guys already know the deal, but for everyone else, it's going to be shocking. And just don't say I told you so to people when it happens. Don't be a dick. Just look at them and say, it's okay. I love you. You're going to be fine. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I'll make a video. I will make a video about crypto advice. That's going to be on my personal channel, which I'll stick a link up when this video goes up, just so you guys have that. Yeah, it won't be. Yeah, it's. I'm actually streaming to that channel now as well. Yeah, we do got it, guys. We got this. Humanity wins. God is winning. Don't worry. Everything is happening perfectly. There's no need to panic. God is winning. That's all you need. Not Charlie Sheen is winning. God is winning. And Charlie Sheen, because Charlie Sheen is also God. But God is winning. That's all you need to know. Love you, turkeys. And see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh yeah. And we do have a little okay. See you guys. Peace, peace.